Talk with Ryan Murray here. He had one of the goals for the Blue Jackets in this game. We've seen this pattern here. All of a sudden, you guys get down, but you take every minute that you have, even when you have to extend it, finding a way to get these wins and get it done. Is it becoming fun here?
Yeah, it's been some fun hockey games for sure. A lot of overtime games. Yeah, we caught a couple bad breaks and then went up quick. 2 shifts back to back, and then I thought we came out really good in the second period and kind of took the game over. Created a ton of chances and really woke the crowd up. I thought it was a little quiet to start with, and then once we started going, this place kind of really got some energy in it and gave us energy, and it was a good game.
You said bad breaks. You literally had one. Your stick broke, and it turned into a goal. How glad were you that you got to redeem yourself by getting one of your own?
Yeah, that felt good. The break, it just happens. Break a stick, and they made a pretty good play to put in the back of the net. But stuff like that happens. And then, I thought Savvy had a great game. He was moving the puck around out there. He was so strong behind the net and making plays, and great on the PK, and lots of guys had a great game tonight.
Both of these teams are very fast, and in that third period, it just seemed like a blur at times. I mean, it was up and down, back and forth. How much fun is it to be in that when you talk about the energy from the crowd and it's just going, and every shift it can turn one way or the other?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, the game today is so fast, and it's played, that way by design, the way teams are built, and it's a lot of fun going back and forth and making plays, and all of our forwards can skate and make plays, and so it's a lot of fun giving them the puck and letting them go do their thing.
Thanks. Ryan Murray, he had one of the goals here tonight for the Blue Jackets. He just mentioned how good David Savard was tonight. Let's listen in on David here.
But I think obviously it's going back and forth, and it's fun to watch. And for the guys on the ice, it's a tough game. Like the 3-on-3, it's open ice and a lot of chances, and you gotta hope your goalie makes some big save and give you a chance to win.
You get deep enough in that, you're gonna lobby for some ice time there?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it happened one day.
If you were going to lobby, today was the day, David. I mean, you were playing well defensively and defensively, offensively and defensively here tonight.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty good game, and me and Murray played well together, and it's fun to feel good and to kind of play a little bit of offense too.
You and Vladislav Gavrikov have been playing together as a pair with Nudavara out that change. But like you said, you and Ryan Murray played together before. So for both of you, there's not really much of an adjustment that needs to be made, right?
Yeah, no, it's pretty easy to go back into to the groove with Murray. We played in the past together, and it doesn't really matter. We just go in there and try to do our job and get some wins. Funny,
you lose 2 games in overtime over the weekend. You get a big win on Monday night. It just seemed like there was more confidence in this one tonight, especially winning faceoffs. And I know, as we're talking about, you're kind of a spectator watching this on the bench, but the puck possession, the guys that were out there, they look confident in getting the puck tonight. Yeah, no, I think they did a really good job tonight. And, after that win, we kind of, obviously they still had the puck a little bit for a while, but you can tell Luke was waiting for his break, and I think we had some good chances with Jonesy to almost went in, and it was good. It was fun to watch, and we got the 2 points, so it's good. Now listen, it's another 1-goal game. I think it's been 8 in a row that have been 1 goal. Sometime you're going to get some breathing room for your goalie, but in the meantime, you guys on the back end and Jonas Korpisalo, that's a lot of work to be had back there, but it looks like you enjoy the work. Yeah, no, we got to get comfortable in those type of game. I think that's what we've been playing all year. So, it doesn't really matter. We just keep going, and shift after shift, we do our job, and we'll be fine. Thanks, Dave. David Savard talking with us here in the Blue Jackets dressing room. So let's listen in on Alexandre Texier's. Cam Atkinson has a little crowd there.
Scored in a while. Just does a goal like that just kind of build the confidence? Because you've been close, but to actually get one, it's got to be nice to see it go in. Yeah,
it feels really good right now, and just it's always happy to score some goal. Feel confident, like you say, and win the game. It was a pretty hard game, so find a way to finish it. So it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. What's it like? You guys, I think, have played in 8 straight 1-goal games. What's it like to play in these games that are always tight coming down to the end?
Well, I think that's part of our, our group and our system this year. It's not gonna be 5-0 every night. So, we have to play. That's good defense first, and just after that we have some good offensive guys. So, but the main thing is, we have to play good defense.
Yeah. What did you see on that goal? Just pass coming over and hammer it? Is that basically what you were going for?
Yeah, I really don't know what's happened. 4-1. It was crazy, and it's just I was open, and good pass by Emil, and just empty net. It was a good play by him, and big goal for us.
Yeah.
Alexandre, when you're talking about it being a one-goal game, and I think you guys got the second shift in the third period. I mean, for a young guy to get that responsibility immediately at the start of the period, how much does that mean to you that John Tortorella is recognizing when you're playing well and he's going to give you those minutes?
Yeah, I think that's how it is. I learned in Finland too, and when you play good, you have ice time, and when you don't have ice time, you just try to work harder and be patient, and when it's your turn, just put everything on the ice. So it was good, and we just play our game.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Alexandre Texier talking with us here tonight. Yeah. Let's go over and see if we can listen to a little bit from the man who scored the game-winning goal, if we can find an opening.
I use so much space to make some moves and get open and play offense.
Can a team be a good OT team? Like, is that a trait that a team could have over other teams in the league?
I don't know. I mean, every team has so much skill, right? So I think every team is pretty gifted with whoever they put out 3-on-3. It seems like there's always a rotation of 6 forwards or 4D or whatever it is. So you want your most skilled players, we have a lot of other skilled players that can step up and do the job. But as soon as you get the call, you need to make sure that you're doing your job and get the job done.
How valuable is it to get this overtime experience when you might need it later on in the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean it's just extra hockey, right? Extra time to kind of feel good about your game and work on some things. And obviously, when you're winning, it's always more fun. But yeah, it's always good to get out there and play a little extra hockey.
The phrase that Torts used a lot last year was banking points. You guys don't have points in 6 straight games. I feel like right now you're banking points. It'll be pretty big down the line.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. These points are crucial. Whether you get 1 point or 2 points, they all add up. And come April time, this is when you need them the most. So got to keep them coming in the bank.
Cam, I don't know if you talked about this, but you were talking about overtime, and possession is so important. And you're out there, and Nick's taking a face-off, and it's Jordan Stahl, and there's a battle, and you get right into it and dig the puck free and make sure your team gets it. I mean, that's a small play, but in overtime, it's a huge play because you get the puck to start it off.
Yeah, we always talk about in the overtime, you win the draw, you win the game. That's kind of the confidence you want to go with, and they knew that Nick was pretty successful against Stahl tonight. So, he won the draw and they got off, but it was a battle there. It's could have gone either way, but huge draw by Nick to stick with it, kind of bring all those guys into the action, including myself, and found a way to get it done.
Yeah, and it's down there underneath as you're looking. How can you even see that thing when you're putting a stick in there trying to get it?
Stahl's feet, so you're whacking at it, and the other guys are coming in, and it just kind of ping pong, and then it bounced up, and I didn't want to get a hand pass because I was going to bat it to Jonesy, but. That's a big play.
I'm sure you've been asked about your goal, but the play that Luke makes to get that puck to you, it makes a play at the blue line and brings it in. I mean, you pointed at him immediately for a reason, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, he made the play. It was a hell of a play. No, he's been playing like an absolute a man, like a horse, and bringing all the other guys that he's been playing with into the fight, and just leading the charge. And I was hoping, he was going to find me there back door and just try to get open for him. And it all started with him. So I just kind of thanked them for getting me off the, getting the monkey off the back again. But no, it feels good to score. It feels good to light the lamp.
Theory, an overtime game is a couple more minutes, one extra shift of work on paper, but I imagine in actuality it's a lot more work than that. As the guy who has to manage this club's workload, now that they've played 4 straight of these, do you have to back off a little and practice and everything?
They're on adrenaline. They're on adrenaline right then. We have 3 units that we use, and we run with them. Had Nick take a face-off to start it. He came off, and then I get right into the 3 units. By then you're trying to win a game in that short a time. They're on adrenaline. They're fine. They want to play.
John, I mean, you guys in that first period had what I guess I would call a series of unfortunate events happen that lead to goals. But for you guys to overcome that, the resilience, how important was that to just not only come back but get that win? Yeah,
it was another opportunity presented to us as far as just not blowing up. Starting that second period, we need to stay patient, not try to score. We just need to play above the puck. It's such a fast team we're playing against. So we kept up patience, played above the puck, and probably played, out of all the minutes we've put in this year, probably the fastest I've seen this team play. As far as our transition and just, we were fast. And so I give them a lot of credit as far as doing the first thing first, and that is being smart away from the puck. Even though you're down by 2, you got to be smart away from the puck, and they handle themselves very well.
John, you talked to us this week about how much you wanted Cam to score the game winner in Toronto. You just had to wait a little bit. It obviously wins the game, but how important is that goal for him?
Yeah, it is. It is. And, you can sense some of the frustration with Cam. And to score that type of goal, he had a couple of chances tonight also prior. But to score a goal like that and win a game is really important. It's just a hell of a power move by Luke. I think it was Teravainen, was it not? And just a great move by Luke. And, so all the things within that goal. It wins the game. It gets a guy off the schneid a little bit here, and hopefully it'll help his confidence. And it's just a good, solid win for that team.
John, your whole approach to that overtime seemed to be more deliberate, more patient. Was that something that you guys had discussed after some of the early shift disappointments in previous overtimes?
No, we didn't. The only thing we talked about is that we can use the whole ice. Sometimes we feel once we enter the offensive zone, at least that's the only thing I said. I'm not even sure if they hear me or they really care to listen to me. But I just don't want them getting stuck in the offensive zone thinking they have to play in between the blue line and the goal line. When they don't like something, they can take it back out. And, so whether they heard me or not, I don't know. But it's, again, we lose a couple right away, and then we found a way to win a couple here. And the minutes that were shaky for me was right at the end of the game. Those last 2 or 3 minutes, we ended up on our heels for some reason. It's the only time in the game we were on our heels, and it got a little shaky there.
You mentioned the play that Dubois made on the game winner. It seems like there's a stretch here, maybe it's been the whole season, where he's just shedding people who are trying to take the puck from him. He seems like he's a bigger, stronger player. Have you sensed sort of a different level with him this year in terms of being a forceful player but also an offensive force? I know that he's always been a big, strong kid, but
I just think his concentration and his confidence with the puck. Like, he spanked Stahl, too, coming out of the corner in that third period, I think it was. Just, Stahl's a big, strong kid, and Luke just spanked him, bringing it to the net. I just think he just feels that good about his game, how strong and how confident he is with the puck, that he's just taking people on. And he's been really good here for a number of games. And, again, I think one of the most impressive things is that I just think he's handled himself well in between shifts, and not a lot of extra energy and banging the door, frustrated because he wants to do so well. I think he's handled himself really well within, and I think that's helping him.
John, to have Murray and Milano to come back after those mistakes in the first period, score those goals. I mean,
Murray's isn't a mistake. Murray broke a stick. Yeah, it just broke.
How does kind of maybe that comeback then electrify a group in that period?
Yeah. With Sonny, he struggled with a couple of shifts. It's unfortunate. He steps on the puck and costs us. He loses his back check on Hamilton's goal. That he needs to be above him. There are a number of things that he struggled with, but he made some really good offensive plays too. And it's a give and take here. And as I said before, we're going to be patient and try to help him because I think there's a tremendous upside to the offensive ability that he can bring this team. And, we're going to keep on working, and we have to make decisions along the way. If we just see that it's just getting out of hand as far as losing his concentration away from the puck and doing those things he needs to do, then we have to make an adjustment there. But I sat him for the rest of the first period after that just to let him collect himself, but then we went right back with him, and I thought made 2 or 3 really good offensive plays to help us.
John Bemstrom's got the puck on his stick, 4-on-1. That can be a tough decision for a rookie to make. What does it say about him making the right pass and finishing that play?
Made some good plays tonight. I lose him a little bit with all the. He's not on the power play right now with all the power play and the penalty killing. He loses some ice time. But I thought he made some good offensive plays, and it's funny. After he came to the bench, I was going down to him, and he just had this grin on his face. We had our little conversation yesterday, and I just hope it helps him. I wanted to release him so he can make those plays, and he made 2 or 3 of those tonight. So little by little, we'll get there.
John, 5-1-2 in your last 8. They're all 1-goal games. This is the youngest team in the league. I think you've had long stretches, not just protecting 1-goal leads, but hanging into games where maybe that wouldn't have been easy with other young teams. What are you learning about this team, and what have you learned so far?
Well, they have. I don't know what we are yet. It's 10 games. You can't say you are this after 10 games, but we certainly have shown some resiliency here. I think Corpy made some key saves at key times in certain parts of that game. I don't think he was that busy in the second, and really not too much in the third, but had to make a couple of really big saves in the third, especially late, the second half of that period. So yeah, it's great lessons. It's great to see the resiliency, and you get your result too. I think that hammers it home for them. For coaches, as I always talk about, when you see good things and you don't get the result, you got to coach how we're playing. But they want to see the result, and I think they should feel really proud of themselves as far as how they've handled some of these situations when they're down, and just stayed within themselves. And so hopefully that becomes us. It's not us right now. It's 10 games. We don't know. I don't know who the hell we are. I like this team. I like the enthusiasm they bring. We got to keep on working at it so it becomes who we are. It becomes a second nature to us.
Thank you. 12 o'clock.
Yeah, what a night. I mean, the Blue Jackets down by 2 goals, and 2 just unfortunate incidents that happened. A broken stick, and as a defenseman, Ryan Murray, worst case scenario, it ends up in the back of your net. Nothing bothers that guy. Sonny Milano steps on a puck. Sonny was upset, and you could tell by the way he was back-checking in the second period, the way the Blue Jackets took over the second period, played the half-ice game, did not let Carolina get over the Blue Jackets' blue line and in the offensive zone. It was so awesome to see that shift after shift, the confidence, the speed, the mobility, the deep, due to the back check of the forwards. And then Murray gets a goal, redemption, and then Milano gets that goal, redemption. And everything just, it was perfect. And, of course, they go to overtime. You knew once they got the 3 goals, they were going to overtime. You also knew they were going to win once they got the 3 goals. Because now they're 5-0 in the season when they've scored 3 or more. And Dubois on Natchez. Dubois, when this guy gets big and strong and grows up, because he's just a young boy who's big and really strong, he baited Natchez in, made a power move on the wall once he got on the wrong side of him, created the 2-on-1, and found Atkinson on the back door. Impressive hockey from a power forward. There's a lot of upside on this kid. There's a lot of upside in this team, and they're playing a really nice team game right now, and it's fun to watch.